The male protagonist of this anime just transfers to a high school and is despised by his classmates because of his appearance. To make friends with others, he establishes a school club, which surprisingly attracts many strange beautiful girls, including an aloof girl who always talks to the air, a girl gamer who is only interested in gal games, a sexy girl who suffers from severe chinibyo, and a girl who looks cute but acts very boyishly. Will these people without friends become friends or spark a romance after they gather together? Now let's see. The boy with blonde hair is the male protagonist Kodaka, and he transfers to St. Chronica's Academy this semester. In this high school, the students are conservative, and they can't accept the alternative hair color of Kodaka. Plus, Kodaka looks a bit fierce, so no one wants to make friends with him. One day, Kodaka sees Yuzora, a classmate of his, talking to herself. Although Yuzora is a beautiful girl, she is introverted and always looks unhappy, so she has no friends at school either. Kodaka asks who Yuzora is talking to. Yuzora tells Kodaka that she is talking to her imaginary friend. Kodaka feels bad for Yuzora, and he is also troubled by the lack of friends. So Kodaka discusses how to make some friends with Yuzora. Yuzora suggests that they could create a club that would specifically invite students who want to make friends to join. Soon, the club is formed. Yuzora wants the people who join the club to get along well like neighbors, so she names the new club Neighbors Club. Yuzora makes a poster for the Neighbors Club, but instead of directly writing the content of the Neighbors Club's activities, Yuzora hides it in the text in the form of code words. Kodaka believes that no one can detect the hidden information in the text. She doesn't expect someone to come to the club so soon and expresses her desire to join the Neighbors Club. But after Yuzora sees this person, she doesn't allow her to enter the room. It turns out that this person is Senna, the daughter of the school's principal. Senna not only comes from a wealthy family, but also has a perfect look, and she is good at studying and is the campus babe for all boys. Yuzora thinks it's impossible that Senna can't make friends, so she doesn't agree with her joining the Neighbors Club. Still, Kodaka lets Senna enter the activity room. Senna tells them that although she is very popular with boys, she is also envied by girls, and she has no female friends. Senna wants to join the Neighbors Club because she wants to make female friends. Kodaka and Yuzora finally agree to let Senna join, but Yuzora still doesn't like Senna, and Senna doesn't like Yuzora either. It seems that they will not be able to become friends for the time being. The next day, Kodaka returns home after finishing Neighbors Club activities. Kodaka's parents both work abroad, and he lives with his 10-year-old sister. Kodaka's sister loves a vampire character from a cartoon, so she does vampire roleplay every day. Kodaka has long been accustomed to his sister's role-playing games. He is not surprised to see his sister's dress and immediately makes dinner. Recently, Kodaka often comes home late because of the activities of the Neighbors Club, and Kodaka's sister is unhappy. However, it's easy for kids to regain their happiness. She watches her favorite anime and quickly returns to a good mood. Soon after, while playing the game, Senna watches the plot of the game characters going to the beach together. Senna asks Kodaka if he can swim. After learning that Kodaka can swim, Senna offers to let Kodaka teach her to swim, because she thinks that if she makes friends, she can go to the beach together with them, and she has to learn to swim before that. Over the weekend, Kodaka and Senna go to the swimming pool together. Senna's hot figure makes Kodaka feel a little shy. Kodaka then starts to teach Senna to swim from first step, holding breath. Senna is a quick learner and gets the hang of swimming that day. After they finish lunch, Kodaka goes to the toilet. When Kodaka returns, he discovers that Senna is being hit on by several boys. Senna rejects them decisively and says something bad to them. The boys are enraged, so they get into an argument with Senna, and one of the boys even wants to attack Senna. That's when Kodaka appears and stops the other party. When the boys see Kodaka's fierce appearance, they flee in fright. After this, Kodaka criticizes Senna. He believes that there is no need to provoke the other party since Senna might get hurt. Senna is pursued by many boys, but this is the first time she is scolded by a boy. Senna feels that Kodaka is very special and therefore has a crush on him. After returning home, Kodaka reminisces. He grew up in this city as a child and then moved to another city. Recently, he starts to live in this city again. Kodaka used to be good friends with a boy when he was a child, but they haven't seen each other for so long that they lose contact with each other now. Every time he remembers this friend, Kodaka feels sorry about it. Now that Kodaka has lost this friend, he needs to go to the Neighbors Club every day to learn how to make new friends. On this day, he sees a little girl dressed as a nun inside the Neighbors Club. The girl's name is Maria. Despite her young age, she is a mentor at the Neighbors Club. Because this is a church school, there are many clergies who serve as teachers. Maria is responsible for some simple tasks because of her young age, but she is still a teacher. Soon after, a new member joins the neighbors club. One student has been following Kodaka. Later, Kodaka learns that the student's name is Yukimura, and she is a first-year student in high school. Although Yukimura wears a boy's uniform, she is actually a girl. Yukimura was raised as a boy by her parents since she was a child, so she really wants to learn to be a boy. Yukimura thinks Kodaka is a man among men and a masculine outlaw in the school, so she wants to join the neighbors club and learn how to be a man from Kodaka. After Yukimura joins, a new member soon joins the neighbors club. As Kodaka passes by the laboratory that day, he smells something strange. He enters the lab to find a female classmate fainting because the experiment fails, resulting in a chemical gas leak. Kodaka takes the female classmate to the school infirmary. The female classmate's name is Rika, and she is a famous talented girl in school. Rika has a crush on Kodaka because he saves her life. In addition, Rika is usually busy with her studies, so she has no friends and also joins the neighbors club. Unlike other shy girls, Rika likes to express her feelings directly. She even offers to sleep with Kodaka for an exciting and enjoyable night in front of everyone. The other members of the neighbors club actually all have a crush on Kodaka, but they are shy and afraid to express their thoughts. At this moment, they tacitly block Rika's request and stop Rika from becoming Kodaka's first love. Members of the neighbors club stay together every day for a variety of activities. On this day, they discuss going to karaoke and singing together. Usually, karaoke is a place for a group of people to go together, but the members did not have friends before, and they have not been to karaoke. On the weekend, everyone goes to karaoke together, but the karaoke charges capitation fees, which Yuzora doesn't think makes sense. One person uses one room for singing, and several people also just need one room. Most karaoke is charged per room. After discussion, Senna and Yuzora decide to use two separated rooms. But Kodaka and others still choose to pay capitation fees and use only one room. Eventually, Yuzora and Senna sing alone in the room, while Kodaka sings along with the rest of the members. At first, Yuzora and Senna feel lonely singing alone, but then they begin to compare singing scores given by the scoring system. Finally, they sing until their voices get hoarse. It's a pity that the scores of the two are similar, and they do not have a winner or loser eventually. Anyway, in the end, everyone enjoys karaoke. After this event, the semester is also coming to an end. Members of the neighbors club meet up and they still hang out together even during the summer holidays. Soon after, summer vacation starts, and members of the neighbors club still come to the activity room every day. It is the burning hot time of the year, and Yuzora suggests that everyone goes swimming in the swimming pool, just as Senna has learned to swim. She agrees with Yuzora's idea surprisingly. Others also want to go swimming, especially Rika. She wants to buy some very sexy swimsuits to make Kodaka fall in love with her. They then board the bus to the swimming pool together. It is very crowded on the bus, and Kodaka's sister is close to Senna, which makes Kodaka's sister feel embarrassed. But Senna feels happy because she adores this lovely little girl. Unexpectedly, because the swimming pool has sales campaign these days, the tickets are very cheap, and there are many customers. Looking at the crowded swimming pool, the members of the neighbors club are not very happy. Yuzora is very afraid of crowds, so she goes straight back by bus. Subsequently, the others also lose interest in swimming and leave the swimming hall together. Unfortunately, today's activities do not go well, but everyone has bought swimsuits, and it is a waste not to wear them. So the neighbors club holds a swimsuit day, where many members put on swimsuits and go to the activity room. At this time, Senna suggests that if they want to swim, they can go to her family's seaside villa for a party. This proposal is agreed upon by all. When Senna returns home, she tells her father about it. Senna's father agrees to let Senna take her classmates to a party at the villa. Also, Senna's father hears Kodaka's name, and he discovers that Kodaka is the son of his good friend, so he invites the Kodaka siblings to his house. That night, Kodaka takes his sister to Senna's house. They have dinner together. During the meal, Senna's father tells a lot of interesting things about Kodaka's father. With the help of Senna's father, Kodaka could transfer to his current school. After dinner, Senna's father asks Kodaka to accompany him to drink. Since Kodaka is not an adult, he drinks juice instead. Senna's father gets drunk after 2 drinks. So Kodaka goes downstairs and asks the housekeeper to take care of Senna's father. At this time, Senna is playing with Kodaka's sister. Senna has just finished her shower and hasn't gotten dressed. When Senna sees Kodaka, she immediately flees shyly. The next day, Kodaka, in order to prevent Senna from being embarrassed, lies that he was drunk last night and could not remember anything. Senna believes Kodaka's words and feels much better. After that, the members of the neighbors club go to the beach villa together. The station is far from the sea. They need to walk a long way. Everyone feels hot and irritable, but when they reach the beach, they feel much better. It's always pleasant to be on the summer beach. The group puts on their swimsuits, shouts to the sea together, and then begins their activities on the beach. Due to the hot weather, the members have to wear sunscreen. Sena is embarrassed to ask Kodaka to help her apply sunscreen, so she asks Yozora to help. Yozora takes the opportunity to apply sunscreen to Sena with her feet. Although it is strange, Sena feels unexpectedly comfortable. Yozora laughs at Sena again. Sena stands up directly since she is rattled, but her underwear is still on the ground. Kodaka sees Sena being naked again, and he quickly turns his head and pretends not to see anything. Then they go into the sea to swim and play, while Kodaka is fishing. Since no one else can cook, dinner is provided by Kodaka. Kodaka's cooking is great and all are very happy with the dinner. After dinner, they sit together and begin to take turns telling horror stories. Other people's stories are a bit funny but not scary. Only Yozora tells a horror story about a toilet haunting, and her story frightens everyone. As a result, no one dares to go to the toilet at night. Kodaka is the only male of all, so everyone who wants to go to the toilet wakes Kodaka and asks him to accompany her to the toilet. In the end, Kodaka spends the whole night with the girls at the toilet, hardly resting. Because of this, Kodaka sees the sunrise by the sea. A delightful trip to the seaside villa ends with a sunrise view. Soon after, the summer vacation is coming to an end. At the end of the summer holidays, a grand celebration will take place in the city. During the festival, people change into traditional Japanese costumes, taste various delicacies, and play games at the festival. Kodaka and his sister do not have traditional clothing, so they rent 2 sets from a nearby clothing store. Yozora is reluctant to wear traditional clothing. In the evening, the celebration begins. Everyone first buys a variety of delicacies. Rika eats a chocolate banana in a very exaggerated way, much to Kodaka's slight embarrassment. After having the good food, Yozora and Sena meet to play games together. They compete almost all the time, and the games at the celebration are no exception. However, each time they hang in the balance. The competition in the celebration still ends in a draw. After the ceremony, members of the Neighbors Club set off fireworks together. One of the biggest fireworks is fabulous. The members enjoy the fireworks and are very happy. The day is supposed to end with a good vibe, but in the end, there is an accident. Yozora's hair is accidentally set on fire by fireworks. Kodaka immediately picks up a bucket and splashes it on Yozora's hair. Although the flames are gone, Yozora's mood becomes very low because of it, and the day ends awkwardly. A few days later, a new semester begins. Since her hair was burnt, Yozora cut her long hair. Kodaka immediately recognizes short-haired Yozora as his childhood best friend. Because of Kodaka's unique hair color, Yozora recognized Kodaka at the first glance. But when Yozora and Kodaka became friends back then, Kodaka always thought Yozora was a boy. So Kodaka didn't recognize the grown-up Yozora when they first met. Yozora was disappointed to find that Kodaka didn't recognize her, so she didn't reveal that she is Kodaka's childhood friend. But fate leads the two to meet in an unoccupied classroom and create the Neighbors Club together. With their efforts, the number of members of the Neighbors Club has increased, and they have gradually gained a group of good friends. But during this process, Yozora never had the courage to say who she is. When Kodaka learns the truth, he recalls the past and inevitably scolds Yozora's behavior back then. The day before Kodaka moved, he made an appointment with Yozora, but Yozora ghosted him. Yozora feels aggrieved that she didn't know Kodaka was moving. On the day of the meeting, Yozora put on a dress, and she wanted to tell Kodaka that she was a girl, but she was too shy to meet Kodaka in the end, and she didn't expect Kodaka to move away immediately after. Finally, Kodaka and Yozora know each other's identities. However, since they haven't met for so long, they feel a bit embarrassed. Luckily, they can spend time with each other at the Neighbor Club, by which they will definitely be able to regain their friendship. Besides, they have more friends this time. With a group of lonely people gathering together, precious friendship will drive away loneliness. That brings the end of I Don't Have Many Friends Season 1. At the end of the story, Kodaka finally remembers that Yozora was his best friend ever. In fact, in addition to Yozora, the rest of the members of the Neighbors Club are also Kodaka's good friends. Kodaka is really very lucky that he can be friends with so many beautiful girls in his high school life. If there were a neighbor club in my school life, I must have joined it as quickly as I could. I think you must have the same thoughts as me. Please don't be so stingy with your encouragement and give this video a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you want to see more anime, leave the name of the anime in the comments section. See you next time.